Good afternoon. Today I'm going to be presenting to you my advert analysis. So the advert that I have used is a Hugo Boss perfume advert called Boss Bottles, and it's featuring well-known celebrity Ryan Reynolds.
Bottled, fragrance for men.
So now I'm going to be looking at the target audience for this advert. Demographics show middle class upwards, so people who tend to think about being higher class. They try to buy expensive things to look like people who are very rich and famous, very successful people. And also psychographics, they show that their target audience is also people who are concerned about their image. So again, they buy expensive things to improve themselves. This ad is also targeting aspirers, but also has mainstreamers and succeeders. This ad is mainly targeted towards young males, because Boss Bottled is a fragrance for men, so they tend to use it mostly for young males, around from 18 to 45, I would say. Secondary audience. The secondary audience is basically people who are not the primary target audience, but they think about who else would want to watch it. So they would think about it for ladies, because if they have a partner who's into Hugo Boss products, then they would want to buy if they're into Hugo Boss products, or if they're into the actors who are portrayed in these adverts like Gerard Butler or Ryan Reynolds, then they would want to buy this perfume or fragrance for their partners, so then they could feel like that they are who they aspire to be. So Maslow's hierarchy for needs theory. So the Hugo Boss advertisement appeals to stage 4 of Maslow's theory, which is esteem, which is basically how people want to feel like they're making themselves better by using this product, and by making them feel like the actor himself, Ryan Reynolds, because he uses this product. It is obvious that the actor is portraying a high-class, successful person, because he is very confident, and his life is simple and not as rushed as other people. Todorov's 5-stage narrative. It only stays from stage 1, which is equilibrium, because Ryan's while Ryan is getting ready for whatever he is getting ready for, he is relaxed. He's normal. There is no disruption or need to repair and create a new equilibrium. It is the same lifestyle that Ryan Reynolds has. And I'm going to be looking at the persuasion in these kind of ads, but I'm going to use this ad that I used for my example. So for this ad, it's been endorsed by Ryan Reynolds, which builds both fan bases for both Hugo Boss and Ryan Reynolds, because basically say for example, if Ryan Reynolds has a big fan base for one of his movies, Deadpool, then if he uses this product, it would help people think, okay, if Ryan Reynolds is using this, then it would help me be a lot like Deadpool. And also, there's a hidden message in there saying, if you're part of the elite class, this product is for you, which basically shows that people are thinking about trying to be part of the elite class, or if they're already part of the elite class, then they would need this product. And the overt message, the Hugo Boss fragrance is associated with successful men. City, Misane, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. This walk-in wardrobe and luxury apartment in New York City. The codes and conventions in of the Hugo Boss advert. So these are mainly used for making the advert more watchable and more interesting. I'm going to be talking about the camera angles and shots. So the opening scene is of the New York skyline, and in that bit we can also see the perfume bottle itself, and as it is passing through the screen, we can see the upper class level of New York City in the perfume bottle, which promotes the idea of the high class people wanting to show this to other people. And also in the first scene, where Ryan Reynolds is on his way to his wardrobe, there's a medium shot to show the upper half of the actor, with New York and the expensive part of the expensive penthouse apartment, and also New York is in the background. And there's a clever time-lapse shot in this screenshot that I took here, where as the perfume is being sprayed, it fades out to see a time-lapse of the outside, how the time changes quickly. The New York skyline can be seen through the penthouse floor-to-ceiling windows. Codes and conventions of the Hugo Boss advert. As he walks into his wardrobe, the higher angle shows that the wardrobe is opening in an X kind of shape. This is a very unusual and expensive style, because those kind of wardrobes are really expensive. And also the lighting The high key lighting used in the wardrobe emphasizes the order and polished lifestyle that Reynolds has. Then when Brian is putting a shirt on, you can see an over the shoulder shot of him looking at himself in the mirror. The long shot shows Ryan outside on his penthouse balcony, and it emphasizes to the audience the kind of lifestyle he has, how it's expensive, perfect, high class, and it makes the audience think that if they buy this fragrance, then they can have all of it as well. The final close-up is a shot of the product, and this is used to leave a message in the audience's mind, along with the lifestyle. The codes and the conventions of the Hugo Boss advert again. I'm going to be talking about the lighting now. During the first part, the lighting was all natural. They didn't use any other lighting, it was just the sun rising. As the sun rises, there are shadows falling across the sitting room, showing a new day at New York City. While the actor is getting dressed, the wardrobe was emitting high-key lighting, and it emphasizes the bright, crisp, clean order of his area. The final image is of showing the perfume being highlighted by this high-key lighting, and it makes it stand out and sticks in the audience's memory. And now the music. Most of the part there are no lyrics in the music, and this makes the audience focus more on the area and what is going on. It doesn't distract the audience from watching the advert. It is sharp, and it slowly builds up along with the tension and excitement as it goes from the actor getting up in the morning to putting on the perfume and getting dressed, ready for his new day. The build-up ends with the final lyrics saying "Love you," and it shows the actor turning towards the camera in a confident kind of way. So that shows that this advert, this fragrance can also build confidence. The iconography in the campaign represents a cool, classy guy who's confident and living in a high-class lifestyle. Everything, as you can see in the advert, whenever it shows the streets of New York or the outside when the time is changing, it's moving very fast, but whilst Ryan is getting dressed and ready, it's mostly shown in slow motion. And also the perfume, the logo over there says Boss, and it signifies that whoever uses it can feel at a higher level like Ryan is. The editing, as I said earlier, the time lapse is could be seen with the skyscrapers as the bottle is levitating past the buildings. There are short takes that are used to build up the pace. Long take is used to show Ryan Reynolds reflecting on the rooftop. The special effects, which is the perfume bottle, which is edited on the screen, it highlights these skyscrapers because of the shade of the container, because it's bright color, and it basically highlights the area that it's hovering over. And I'm going to be looking for IDA. So first I'm going to look at the attention or awareness. Boss is basically already established. It's not really needed to promote the company apart from showing the bottle itself, so then the audience knows what they're looking for when they go out to buy it. The celebrity endorsement builds up the interest. For example, not only Ryan Reynolds, but also people like Gerard Butler or Chris Hemsworth. It also builds all of their fan bases. It's the desire. It's promoting Maslow's needs, or need of attention and need for prominence. This advert shows that Ryan Reynolds has a great lifestyle, and this shows the message that if you use this fragrance or perfume, then you can too have it all. And the logo and branding. For action, logo and branding clearly informs the viewers what this product is and how it looks, so they know exactly what they're looking for when they go out to buy it, like I said earlier. So for branding, the target audiences who see any kind of Boss perfume will be interested because they already have seen the high class, expensive lifestyle that it represents. Almost all the Hugo Boss perfumes, they have a similar look and trait in their adverts. So most audiences know and love the Hugo Boss brand, and they could just go ahead and buy the product without testing it first. Audiences may always use the Hugo Boss perfume, so as soon as the latest collection is released from that well-known brand, they will go straight out and buy it. It is important for the advertiser to not to stray too far from the look of the brand, so it is easily recognized. For example, alongside the Hugo Boss Ryan Reynolds ad, as I said, there is also a similar ad for Hugo Boss being endorsed by Gerard Butler and Chris Hemsworth. All of these actors are young, handsome celebrities who will bring the Hugo Boss brand to their own fan base. So it's building all the fan bases together. Another part of branding is that it's used for shown on signs, like in golf tournaments, for example. So when people are watching the golf, for example, on TV, they will be able to see the signs of the posters and everything. This is also being promoted as a high-class, expensive perfume for young, attractive, sporty, confident men who are confident enough to go out on live TV and play sports like golf. The ideology is Boss Bottled can improve your confidence and also could make you seem successful like the people who use it. Thanks for watching. Click it again. Any questions?
You know how when you're talking about IDA, you said like interest is just celebrity endorsement. Do you think there's like any other factors in the video that can interest the audience as well?
There could be. It doesn't have to be only a celebrity endorsement. It can also be related to a different brand. So, for example, if it's a famous fragrance brand, then it could also be used for a James Bond theme. So they can play the James Bond theme song while they're showing this product as James Bond related scenes are happening, for example. Yep.
Do you think because Hugo Boss is such a well-known brand, it has anything to do with the target audience's psychographics being mainstream?
Not completely. Because there's some people who can watch it for Hugo Boss itself, and others can watch it just because their favorite actor or actress is in it. Mainly actor, because it's mostly for men. Yep.
Do you think there was a need for having a hidden message in the advert, or do you think it got the message across clearly?
It could do. Hidden messages are quite fun to look at, because it gives them more time to think about it and look over it and test the product themselves. Thanks for watching.